Okay, for our phonics lesson today, we're still working with open and closed syllables, but today we're going to look at a specific syllable pattern. Pardon me. I want you to start by taking your reading journal, opening it up to the next page. I have my what are supporting details on page 25, and then 26 is blank, and 27, write the title Syllable Patterns. Syllable patterns. I'm going to show you the lesson in my journal. All I want you to write in your journal for right now is this right here. That's it. And it's okay if your page number is different. We've been writing in our journals in different increments here. So syllable patterns is what we're talking about today. So after you finish this, don't write anything else for a minute. I'm going to show you the lesson in our journal. So I'm going to write a word down. And I'm going to write it big because I want you to see it. This is the word absent. Absent. How many vowels do you see in that word? That's right, there's two. I have the A and the E that are my vowels. So I'm going to use my pretty orange pen, and I'm going to write a V underneath my vowels. V stands for vowel. What's in between my vowels? That's right, I have two consonants. So I'm going to write a C in my pretty blue pen for consonant. So here's where we get to break our word into syllables. Syllables are the shortened chunks that we've been working with, and it creates kind of a beat. So when you say the word absent, where do you kind of take a pause? Absent. Ooh, I hear ab, and then I hear sent. So I'm actually going to draw a line between my two consonants because that's where my break is. I have ab, sent. What vowel patterns are these? I'm going to go ahead and write my consonants out over here. What syllable, well, not vowel patterns, what syllable pattern is this? Is this an open or a closed syllable? I have my vowel and then my consonant. Is that open or closed? That's right, it's a closed syllable. What about this one over here? S-E-N-T. E is my vowel, and it's followed by a consonant. Is that open or closed syllable? That's right, it is also a closed syllable. So what sound does my vowel make in a closed syllable? Is it a long sound? Does it say A or E? Or does it say A and E? Is it a long sound like A? Or is it a short vowel like A? That's right, it's going to be a short vowel sound. So it is a short vowel sound on both sides. Why is it important to know this? Well, sometimes when we're reading, we run into words that we might not know. And we might not be sure if our vowel is a long A or if it's a short A. We might not know if my E is supposed to say its name or if it has the short E sound of eh. So we can look at our syllables and we can look at our patterns to determine how to say our vowels, which ultimately determines if we're saying the word correctly or not. So in a closed vowel pattern or closed syllable pattern, our vowels are short sounds. If it's open, it's a long sound. Okay, so when I have this type of pattern where I have a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, I'm going to write that here. I have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. If you run into this pattern while you're reading, You'll know where to break your syllables apart. In a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, you always break it up in between the two consonants. Okay? So that's one rule for a syllable pattern. On this one, always break into syllables. Oop. That's supposed to be a Y. My Y got away from me. I was trying to make it into an L. All right, let's fix it so it looks right in our journal. There we go. Always break into syllables between the two consonants. And that's only on the vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel pattern. Okay, so this is pattern number 1 that we're learning. Okay, I have one more pattern I want to show you. Okay, so here's our second word for today. We're going to go with this word. How many vowels do you see in this word? That's right, we have 2. We have 2 O's. So I'm going to mark each of my O's with a beautiful V. How many consonants do we have? We have 3. This is a different type of pattern, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so in a syllable, you only have one vowel. One vowel per syllable. So if I'm going to break it apart, I'm going to break it apart after my first vowel. So now I have 2 syllables. I have this one and this one. Okay, so is this an open syllable or a closed syllable? It ends in a vowel. That's right, this is an open syllable. This one is open because my vowel is not followed by a consonant in that syllable. How about on this side? Is this an open syllable or a closed syllable? That's right, this is a closed syllable because my vowel is followed by a consonant. So in that case, what vowel sound do I hear in this O if it's open? What does the O say? That's right, it is a long vowel. So it's going to say its name. So this syllable right here is row. O, row. This is row. It's a long vowel, open syllable. How about this one? It says it's a closed syllable. So what sound is my O going to make on this side? That's right, it's a short vowel sound. So it's going to say ah, ah, like octopus, right? So in this side, it says ah, so I have b, ah, t, bot. So I have row and bot, robot. This is how one vowel can have 2 different sounds in the same word because of your syllables. In this word, we have an open syllable and a closed syllable. So our O has 2 different sounds. Okay, these are our 2 patterns that we're working with today. Pattern number 1 was vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. Pattern number 2 is consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, and it just keeps going. Okay, in this instance, it's this one. And we would break it apart after the first vowel. Okay, these are your 2 patterns for today. On your class kit pages, you are going to see a couple of words that you're going to do this with on the computer. You're going to break them apart. You're going to label whether they are vowels or consonants, whether it's open or closed, and whether it's a long vowel or a short vowel. You're going to need to create text boxes for the open and the vowel sound. Open or closed and vowel sound. Create text boxes for those. For the other, I've put in little boxes for your C's and V's. Here, let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's see if I can get this working right. Here we go. This is your class kick screen. It looks just like this. This is what it's going to look like when you're finished on class kick. Okay, I used boxes for you to put the letters in underneath your word. You can use, let me see if I can get there. Let's see here. Up on your toolbar, you have this tool right here. This tool will make a line, so you can put a straight line down. That's this tool right next to your text box. All right. Or if you're good with your mouse, you can use your, pen tool and just write it out. As long as I can read it, I'm good with however you choose to do it. All right. You are going to be working on these two words. Here are your instructions. Here are your instructions. Don't forget, whenever you hit the text box, the T minus, whenever you hit a text box, the T minus will come up, and that allows you to shrink your letter size. See how my box is getting smaller? So you can shrink your font size so it will fit in these teeny tiny little boxes. All right. And then at the bottom are the words that you're going to be using in your own journal. And when you work in your journal, I want it to look just like it does in my journal. So take a good look. This is what it should look like whenever you write in your journal. Okay? This is what you're going to show me in your video at the end of our lesson for phonics, syllable patterns. Okay? Have fun with this. This really does open up your reading in a whole new way. It allows you to recognize words that you may not recognize because it's a longer word or something you've never heard of before. And it allows you to get the pronunciation of a word correct. That's why we're working with syllables.